Hey, what's happening? One Journeyman here, and welcome back to We March On. This is the third episode of the second season in charge as manager of Southampton. So, going into today's game up against Liverpool at home, we have some injury issues and obviously suspension issues to worry about. Not so financial as well. Didn't notice, but we actually are leaking money right now, so I think we might have to address in the future. But we'll put that to one side for today. We're up against Liverpool. Let's see what kind of transfer business they did over the summer. Obviously, we know about Ryan Bertrand, signed for £30 million. Then they signed Oliver from Porto, 22-year-old Spanish player. Looks all right. Got 2 goals so far in 2 games, so a good start for him. And then they signed John Guidetti, who's hasn't actually played a game for them yet. That's a player I was actually very, very close to signing as well in the off-season. Instead, I decided to put the money up and sign Benteke instead. All right, major signings, major players leaving the club. Obviously, Divock Origi went to Atletico Madrid for a hefty $43.5 million. That's actually pretty good business for Liverpool, to be honest with you. But going into today's game, as I mentioned, we do have suspension and injury issues to worry about. Mass is going to be out for at least 2 to 3 months with that broken ankle, which means Matthew Targett gets back in at left back on his loan spell from Hull City. Fraser Forster is still 2 to 3 months away. Charlie Austin is at least a couple of weeks away, 7 to 9 to be precise. And then Bruma is going to be out for a couple of games with suspension. And James Ward-Prowse is still not quite ready to go yet, despite almost being ready to play despite almost returning to full fitness. I'm expecting him to be back for today, but unfortunately here, a bit of a setback midweek. So this is the team we go with. Mare Yoshida returns to the team instead of Jeffrey Bruma. He'll partner Denswell at the back, Arnold at right back playing against his former side, Matthew Targett at left back, Romeo, Lamina, Classy make up the midfield trio, with Luan as the attacking playmaker, Dembele, who's off to an absolute blinder, 4 goals in 3 games for him, and Benteke will partner him up top. Alright, so Liverpool line up just like this. Obviously, for the back, Bertrand, Sacco, Mascherano, and Nathaniel Klein. Midfield, obviously, Milner, Henderson, Coutinho, Lallana, and Mane up top. And then Firmino is leading the line up top. So, anyway, obviously, there's a bit of a rematch of Liverpool since they lost to us in the FA Cup final last year. So, a little bit of a grudge match. Obviously, it's going to be a very tough fixture considering how many players we are without. But we made a very good start to the season, so I'm hoping we can continue that good form. All right, first highlight of the game. Jordi Classic going to look this corner, and he finds Luan. He's got space and he scores. Luan scores, and doesn't matter, Dembele's offside. For fuck's sake. All right, ball's cleared by Lamina. Here's Dembele. He's looking for Benteke, who's got Mascherano on his back. Benteke gets through on goal, and it's a good save from Simon Mignolet in goal. Very, very good play there from Benteke. I tell you what, though, Benteke and Mascherano, that is a mismatch. Mascherano's a strong player, but Benteke is an absolute beast. Again, he's playing against his former team as well. I always forget that he signed for Liverpool. Actually did okay for them, so I'm surprised they let him go to Crystal Palace. Alright, so here is another highlight. Here's Dembele, poor control though, Mascherano scoops at the loose play and the highlight is done. Alright, injured news. Firmino went down here with a injured ankle. He's currently obviously on the orange there, so it means he might be substituted. That'd be a decent player to leave the field for us. He's a very dangerous player. So well taken there from McCarthy. Let's see what we can do with this. Target's going to hit it along, looking for Dembele. He's found him, flicks it on, but only as far as Mascherano. He plays it to Firmino. Good tackle there from Lamina. Denswell back to Lamina, to Mare Yoshida. It's not a great ball, but Dembele does well to deal with it. Here's Luan. Luan plays it to Dembele. He's through on goal. Dembele. Oh, I would have bet my house on him scoring there. Good save from Mignolet, though. Diving to his left. But that was a good opportunity to take the lead here. Honestly, we probably should be 1-0 up. We're dominating things so far. It's kind of interesting, really, because they obviously Southampton Liverpool. It turns a little bit of a rivalry over the last couple of years, considering how many players have gone back and forth between the clubs. I mean, mainly in one way, of course. Here's a chance. Bertrand does well to scoop up the loose play. But yeah, as I was saying, it turned into a little bit of a rivalry. Obviously, in the summer, there was a lot of issues with Virgil van Dijk and Woody signing for Liverpool. They're tapping him up. Here's Arnold cross to Dembele. How did you miss? How did he miss from there? All right. But anyway, yeah, as I was saying, obviously there's a lot of issues with Liverpool tapping up Van Dijk and all that stuff. Here's another chance. Benteke's through. Oh, never mind. Obviously came to nothing. But yeah, obviously there was a bit of a rivalry developing between the two teams, which is good because there needs to be more rivalries in the Premier League. There seems to be a lack of them in the last couple of seasons. But here's a chance of Liverpool here. Lallana to Firmino. Good tackle there from Yoshida. And clears it as far as Dembele, who hits a chance at the counter-attack. Benteke is through on goal. Christian Benteke finds it back in the net against his former team. 1-0 to Southampton. Now, we definitely deserve to take the lead here. We had 4 clear shots. That was finally got one, though, to find the back of the net. Great play from Moussa Dembele to set Benteke through, who ran clear of the last defender. Beat Sacco, his former Crystal Palace teammate, and smashes it into the back of the net. 1-0 to Southampton. Alright, here's Denswell, plays in the Matty target. Romeo's got space in the middle of the park. He plays that back at wide to target though. Jordi Classy to Dembele, he's through on goal again, and this time he does find the back of the net. Moussa Dembele makes it 2-0, and our good start to the season continues here. Obviously, fantastic finish there, great through ball from Jordi Classy, and Dembele let him run across his body, and he smashed it past Mignolet. He didn't really put much of an effort in, but good finish there from Dembele. When it heads it along, taffy target as well to intercept the pass. Here's Lallana, plays it to Firmino. He's still got that knock. He goes by Yoshida, cross it to Coutinho at the back post, and that is 2-1. Good finish there from Philip Coutinho, but awesome play there from Roberto Firmino. Yep, it looks like Yoshida look an absolute fool there. And good finish, and unfortunately Trent Alexander-Arnold was kind of sleeping at the back post, and Coutinho snuck in and he made it 2-1. Alright, so halftime whistle has blown. We are still winning 2-1, still playing really good football. Honestly, we should have scored more goals than 2, and they were disappointing with the finishing, but we'll go into the second half of the same team. And I mean, all things considered, obviously all those injuries and obviously Bruma being out for today's game with suspension, we're actually playing really well. Alright, here's Lallana to Mane. Mane's through on goal, and a great save from McCarthy there. Obviously, Mane playing against his former team today as well. Obviously, always a danger. A very, very good inside forward for Football Manager 2017. As looks like Lamina boots his ball clear, and that should be the end of the highlight now. Alright, here is a chance for someone. Target looks for Benteke, but Mascherano does well to wrestle him off the ball. Mascherano hits it long. Lamina does well to intercept it. Romeo to Lamina. Luan. Dembele's through on goal again. Dembele has scored. What a finish there for Moussa Dembele. He's already turned into a legend. 6 goals now in 3 games for Moussa Dembele. Great through ball from Luan. Hit as well to hold off defenders and place it past Mignolet, who got a strong hand to it, but it wasn't enough, and it's 3-1 to Southampton. Alright, 75 minutes on the clock. Now, Matthew Target is struggling for fitness, as you can see, at 65%. So what I'm going to do, he's had a really good game today, but I'm going to bring him off for Joe Gomez just to finish off the match. Other changes, I'm going to keep things as they are for now. We're playing really, really solidly, especially at the back, so I don't want to disrupt things too much. But I do feel like we need to bring on some fresh legs at left back. Yoshida hits it long, looking for Dembele. Here's the chance for his hat-trick. Moussa Dembele. Oh, he puts it over the bar. That was a great opportunity. He should have had maybe 4 goals today, to be honest, if he had some great opportunities early on. Alright, here's Gomez to Lamina. Back to Joe Gomez, playing a left back. Unorthodox position for him, but he can do it. And there's Benteke for 1. And we have just annihilated Liverpool here at home. This time, Christian Benteke getting his 2nd goal of the game. Classy with the ball in the box, and Benteke was left alone, and he was not going to miss from there. Alright, here's Gomez, plays with Luan, he drives forward here. Here's Benteke. Obviously, Benteke and Dembele both are looking for the hat-trick now. Ball's crossed in from Gomez, but it's well taken there from Mignolet. And he might set up a counter-attack now for Liverpool. He boots it along, looking for Sturridge, who's come on for Firmino. Romeo to Trent Alexander-Arnold, hits it long, looking for Benteke, and he finds him. Benteke pulls it back to Romeo. Here's Luan. Luan to Joe Gomez, to Jordi Classy. Here's Dembele. Oh, first time shot there, and a good save in the near post for Mignolet. Good effort there from Dembele. That goes down as our 7th clear-cut chance of the game. So as far as creativity goes, things are working really well in our favour. And I think the signings of Benteke and Dembele have proved to be inspired thus far. Alright, Mare does well to deal with that ball. Here's Dembele. Here's Luan on the ball. He gives it away, but Classy does well to scoop up the loose ball. Here's Alexander-Arnold to Benteke, to Jordi Classy. Here's another chance for Dembele, and another great save, this time for Mignolet. That goes down as a half chance, but again, that was a good opportunity for Dembele to get his hat-trick today. Here's Denswell, crosses it in. Klein clears it as far as Luan. He puts it back in, and the ball is now cleared from Daniel Sturridge. Here's a counter-attacking opportunity of Liverpool. They've got plenty of numbers here. Mane to Matip, and decent save there for McCarthy. Was never going in. So let's make a quick couple of changes now. The game is pretty much wrapped up. So let's bring on Toure to play it right back, and let's also make a change in midfield. Let's bring off Lamina for... Let's play Lewis Cook. Now, I have agreed a loan deal for Lewis Cook to maybe sign for Celtic or Leeds for the rest of the season. And honestly, I'd prefer if he went to Celtic just to get that European experience underneath his belt. Alright, so 86 minutes in. Here's Coutinho. He's going to drive forward here, take on Toure, but great challenge. And Lewis Cook gathers a loose ball. Benteke to Dembele. He gives it away cheaply to Sacco. Here's Mignolet. He's going to try and boot this ball forward, looking for Coutinho. Toure does well to deal with that. Here's Joel Matip. Plays to Coutinho. One-on-one now with Denswell. Crosses it in to Sturridge, who makes it 4-2. Great player from Philip Coutinho. Got by Toure and Denswell. Far too easy there. And a good finish by Daniel Sturridge. Alright, so almost over now. Obviously, very happy with the result. Here's Oliver, maybe to make it 4-3, but Yoma Ishida tackles him really well. McCarthy clears the ball, but only as far as Nathaniel Klein. And that should be it. Just waiting for the referee now to blow the full-time whistle. And there it is, a 4-2 victory over Liverpool at home. So, an exceptional result, considering how many players we were missing today. Very pleasing performance, and of course the man of the match goes to Moussa Dembele, who had an absolute marvellous game. 2 goals and assist, and probably could have had at least 2 to 3 goals more. Benteke also getting a brace, Jordi Classy getting 2 assists, Luan getting 1. At the back, some very solid performances from our fullbacks. Matthew Target 7.7 on his return from loan, and Trent Alexander-Arnold obviously rating a 7.5 on his first game against his former team. So with that result, that's currently 3 wins in 3 games for us as we lead the Premier League. Chelsea, Wolves and Bournemouth obviously behind us, but obviously it is early goings. But nevertheless, it is very pleasing to see our name on top of the Premier League. So going into the next game, what's going to happen is we have 2 games in between now and the next one, and that'll be the first Europa League game. We'll try and make it a double header because we are playing Arsenal up next after that. So yeah, we'll do a double header in the next match. This episode will just be a single game against Liverpool. But thank you guys so much for watching the episode. Hope you guys are enjoying the series. Are you guys impressed so far with the season, how the season's begun for us? Obviously I am, and obviously the signing of Moussa Dembele has proven to be inspired. As you can see, he's on the score sheet pretty much every single week. So obviously very excited to see Benteke and Dembele forming a really strong partnership. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying it. If you are, remember to hit like on the video. If you want to see more videos by me, please hit subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Goodbye everyone. Goodbye.